guys, today I am back to film a super casual get ready with me. As you can tell, I have no face makeup on. I'm starting out pretty much very different than how I usually do. Usually I have face makeup on, my eyebrows are done, I got eyeshadow primer on, and I'm just ready to move right into eye makeup. And today I don't. Part of the reason is I wanted to try out this Revlon Colorstay compact foundation on camera for you guys. So that's kind of why I don't really have any face makeup on. I do have some products on, which I'll talk about now. I have the Murad Oil Control Mattifier. This is just what I used as a moisturizer. I have been using it as a primer, but I think it's just not really cutting it, so I needed a little something extra. So I've been using that almost more as a moisturizer, and then I went over top with the Ulta Professional Matte Primer. It's just a clear, thick silicone primer. And that's what I have on now. I'm glad that's what I have on now because I've really needed some like pore filling primers. My pores have been kind of huge lately, and I just feel like every foundation I wear, I notice it. So I'm probably still going to do my brows off camera because that's something I always do, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with the foundation. So this is just a really thick cream foundation. It's cake, but I'm taking the Real Technique sponge, and this isn't the most hygienic thing, but I'm just gonna kind of mush it around in there and pick up some product. And then I'm just gonna start right there. Can you guys even see? Yeah. So this is too dark for me, I know. I'm not super happy about it because I did get my normal shade of buff and it's too dark. But I don't feel like wearing foundation today, and this reminds me so much of the Makeup Forever stick foundation, just the way it feels, like super lightweight. Feels like I have no makeup on. So I've been really actually liking this foundation, even though it is too dark. I just wear it for, you know, days like today, where I'm going to be all bundled up in my coat, and your only thing you're going to see are my face and my hands, really, because I'm going to be pretty much completely covered. I don't know how cold it is outside today, but it feels pretty cold. So just go ahead and kind of stipple this out. Plus, I feel like I can apply this foundation pretty decently fast. So, but I don't have a lot on my agenda today, or maybe I have a lot, I just don't have a lot of time, I guess is kind of what it feels like. My son gets out of school at 3, and we leave for LA tomorrow, so this is like his last day before we go. And I have to run to Target and get headphones. I have to go and pay my car payment, and I have a coupon for a store that expires tomorrow for Kohl's that I would really like to use too. So I've got to try to go to those places, and it's already 11 o'clock and he gets out of school at about 3. So I don't feel like I have a lot of time. Also, the other thing about why I don't feel like I have a lot of time is the city that I have to go to do this stuff is a half an hour away. So it's not like it's just like I'm running around town and I'll go pick him up from school. It's like it's a half an hour away, and I have to go do this stuff and be back, obviously, in time to get him from school. So my original plan was to film 2 videos today, but that did not happen. Mostly because one of them I wanted to film was like a what I'm packing for LA. And I don't know what I'm packing. I'm not packed at all. So I can't really film that. And I only got like 6 hours of sleep last night, so I really wasn't prepared to film videos this morning. I know I look like an Oompa Loompa, but like I said, nobody's gonna see this, and I'm gonna blend it under my neck. I wish I could wear this foundation because I wish the shade match was better. I'm a little disappointed in that, I will say. I'm not usually one that doesn't wear a foundation shade that matches, but I don't know. I just really like this foundation. I wish it matched. I might have to try the next color down, which I think is Ivory, but usually in the Revlon Colorstay, the Ivory is really pink and the buff is more yellowy neutral toned, and that's usually more what I go for. But I mean, this is just really, really yellow and really kind of orangey. So I might have to suck it up and buy the Ivory one. I don't know. I really like this foundation. I just wish it matched. And that's kind of the same problem I have with the Makeup Forever stick, is I got this in, it says 115 and this is equals R23, so the red toned, but all of the yellow toned ones were way too dark, and I'm like, please, can we just come out with a cream foundation for fair people? Because, you know, like my Too Faced Born This Way, it's too dark. It's not even the right one. It's too dark, but they came out with the new colors. Even if they didn't, I could at least take like Manic Panic Dream Tone, or NYX has a foundation mixer now and it's liquid and I could mix it with this. But I feel like with the cream foundations, it's really hard to mix anything with it because it's a cream. You'd almost have to mix like 2 creams together or something, but I don't know. I'm just kind of sad. I want them to match. But maybe that's something I could do, is maybe find a good cream white foundation and mix it with it. Because I love the way both of these feel. They're very similar, I think, except for the Makeup Forever is really moisturizing, whereas I feel like this is just, I don't know, just nice foundation. It's not super matte, I don't think. I get kind of more oily with this than I do like my regular Revlon Colorstay, but yeah, I don't know. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my brows kind of off camera just to speed things up a little bit. Just because I feel like it goes faster and that, and I'm like, I have to have like the mirror like in my face. So I will be back after I do my brows, but I'm just going to take my favorite brow brush, which is the Japanesque Angled Brow Definer. This is just my favorite brow brush, and then I'm just going to take my Dipbrow. So I will be back in a few minutes once I have that done. I'm also going to apply my Too Faced Shadow Insurance too, just to get that done and out of the way. But I mean, I really like this foundation. I really, really do. Why can this not just match me? Sorry, I just can't get off of that. I will be back. Bye. Okay, so that is all done now. I got my brows waxed, and it is so much easier to fill them in. Ugh, I forgot how much it makes my life easier. I need to like stay on top of that. But eyeshadow primer is on. So for today, I really only have one product in mind that I know I want to use. And this is kind of how all my makeup looks are. I just pick a makeup product and kind of go from there. 9 times out of 10, it's an eyeshadow or a lip color. But today it is actually a blush. So I want to use this Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre blush in a purple haze. I've used My Thai Buy You a Drink. I've used Princess Daiquiris a ton. So I really want to use this one just because it's a pretty unique, like pinky purple color. It's really pretty, and this is the kind of thing where I don't mind buying a purple blush because it's really affordable. I'm not going to go out and buy the like $20 Urban Decay Bittersweet blush and end up hating it. Or the Lorac one I think is like $20 too, and they have like a bright purple. Like, it looks really pretty, but I just don't feel like it's something I would use a lot, so I don't want to buy a high-end version of it. Sorry about that. So this is kind of going to be the center of today's makeup. I don't know. We'll just kind of see how this goes. So I think since that's going to be kind of the blush, I am going to try to keep everything else kind of more simple. I'm just trying to decide how simple I want to go. I don't know if I want to keep the eyes super, super simple or do a little bit of color. But let's start with, I'm going to take the little Sigma crease brush that I love so much from this little travel kit, which I know this is going to come with me to LA, but like I literally feel like I haven't really thought about what I'm taking makeup wise. Like, I've given it some thought, obviously, because I've mentioned it here and there in videos, but like I really don't have a narrowed down list. And that's kind of bad because I have so many foundations. There's some things like powders, like setting powders. Like, obviously I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, but like otherwise I just don't feel like I have an idea. So I'm going to take my Chocolate Bonbon palette and I'm going to take the Pecan Praline color and just work that into the crease. It's just a cool toned gray beige color. But otherwise I really don't feel like I have a ton of ideas on what I'm going to do. I know I don't want anything dramatic or crazy. I want to keep everything really simple. I might have a couple more fancier looks for if, you know, we go out to a really nice dinner or something, but overall, I just really want to keep everything simple. I don't know what we're doing. I don't think anybody else really knows what the plan is, Besides, we are going to go to Disneyland one day, but I mean, beyond that, I don't think we have anything really planned. I know the first day is just kind of hang out, maybe go sightseeing at the most, but for the most part, it's really just me kind of hanging out and relaxing a little bit. And then, you know, the other days is when we'll do kind of more fun stuff. But I don't know. We just don't really have anything planned. So we will see. I'm hoping it'll all work out, but I'm hoping it'll be fun and we're not just going to sit around the whole time, because I could kind of see that happening. I don't mind sitting around and visiting, but I do want to, like, if we're going to be in LA, I want to see LA. So we'll see. Also, I did want to mention this. There will not be a video up on Saturday while we're gone, just because I don't have time between then and now to edit 3 videos and get them up, because today is Tuesday and I need to get something up today, which this is probably going to go up today. It's kind of what I had planned. I have a video that I can edit for Thursday, and then I'll edit something Monday when we get back for the next Tuesday. But I just don't have time to edit 3 videos today and pack and, you know, make sure everybody else is packed and ready to go, because I don't know what it is about 2 boys that they just can't pack their own bags. Like, I gotta do it all. So I gotta make sure everybody else is packed. I gotta go through everybody's stuff, be like, you got your toothbrush, got your toothpaste, got your deodorant, got this, got that. But I'm going to take Cafe au Lait and do that on the lid, because this is my favorite color and I just want to wear it today, so that's what we're going to do. But yeah, I have to make sure everybody's packed. I have to make sure everybody has, you know, like for me, I need a pair of tennis shoes, I need a pair of more comfortable shoes, that kind of thing. So, you know, I have to make sure I have all of my stuff. And I gotta make sure everybody has like their chargers for their phones and everything. Just all the little stuff. Which is why I'm glad I remembered I need headphones today, because it would really make me sad if we got out of the car and I'm like, oh, let me bring my iPod, and then I'm like, oh, I have nothing, no way of listening to it. Because the person next to me isn't gonna feel like listening to my kind of music on the plane. So. Alright, so there's Cafe au Lait. Really not going to do a whole lot more with this, just because I kind of don't feel like it. I do want to darken it up just a tiny bit, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to take this little Smashbox crease brush. It's kind of like, you know, a little pointed, like rounded crease brush, and I'm going to take, I think we're going to do almond truffle and put that in the outer V a little bit. I might mix it with pecan praline too, just to kind of keep it a little more cool toned, but I just want to, you know, darken it up just a little bit. Yeah, that kind of very subtly did. Which is kind of more what I wanted. I didn't want it to be super, super dark. One problem I hate with glitter shadows is it just starts to kind of mix together, and that makes me kind of annoyed. Okay, so lower lash line. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to do a mix of almond truffle and pecan praline. Just mix those two and do those on the lower lash line. I am just really wanting to keep everything really simple, and I really want to get out of here in a couple of minutes. So I want to keep everything as simple and quick as possible. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to do my brow bone. So I'm going to take my little Sigma angled, I always forget this was called, medium angled shading brush. This is what I love for brow highlighting, and I'm going to take Divinity in here, which it looks like a matte, but it has like shimmer or something in it, because I've kind of noticed it doesn't come across matte on the brow bone, but I've actually been really liking it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that up here, Just kind of go around there. All right. And I promise you guys, I know I have a ton of stuff coming up. I've said this before, I have a ton of get ready with me's and that kind of thing coming up. They are coming. It's just with this vacation, I don't have time to film them all first, and some of them are just going to have to wait, and it's going to take a little while. I'm really trying. I just don't have a lot of time. So that's kind of the way things have been. I know there's been a lot of requests for me to do stuff, and I will get to them. It's just, keep in mind it might take me a little bit of time. Now, trying to decide if I want to do black liner or if I want to do purple. I think I'm just going to do black because I feel like purple might be a bit of an overload. So I'm just going to take the Lorac Front of the Line Pro liner. This is really not my favorite. I cannot wait to be done with this eyeliner. But I found that I have been like almost purposely not wearing black eyeliner because I don't like this. It's just very dry and not very pigmented. Like, are we seeing how long it takes me to just do this outer corner? I don't usually wear liner on my waterline, but I'm starting to think I might just start doing that just so I can go through this a little faster, because I really am just wanting to move on to the Mally liner, which is, it's like a black with like gold glitter in it, but it's at least creamy and very easy to work with. Plus the Mally liner, because it's so creamy, it pans really nicely and really fast. So I feel like that would be a lot more fun to pan at this point than this. I could, I suppose, switch and come back to this later in the year, but I kind of don't feel like doing that just because I've made progress with this and I just kind of want to keep it going. Alright. Yeah, good enough. The other thing I've noticed is that, like, can you kind of see how there's like shimmer on there from the eyeshadow? I have to wipe this off in order to use the liner. Otherwise it just like is really, really not pigmented. So that's kind of another thing that sucks, is I have to like constantly kind of like wipe the edges a little bit just to kind of get that shadow off. And then it's fine. I don't know. So now I'm going to set that with a black eyeshadow because it's not very pigmented. So I'm just going to grab, let's see if I can find it here. There it is, my Sigma small angle E65 brush. It's just angled liner brush, nothing special. And I'm going to take the black out of my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and use that to set the liner with. Alright, so now on to concealer. I'm just going to do this again really quick. Just need to get through it. Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Yeah, just really quick. I forgot to say what brush this was, but I think I've mentioned it before. It's the Sigma, I think it's the E64. Yeah, or F64, sorry. Not E, it's an F64 for face. Okay, so that is nice and brightening, especially with this foundation. So now I'm going to set that with the NYX Radiant Finishing Powder. Swirl it around in all the colors, but try to make sure I get really in the yellow so it's not too white looking. And just kind of pack that on there. Oh, I didn't do anything on my inner corner. We'll have to go back and do that. Well, concealer's done and it's set. So I'm just going to take my little pinky and Colourpop Tassel, and I'm going to do that on the inner corner. This is kind of glittery, but I don't know. I just really want to use it today. That's what it looks like there. It's super pretty. And just pop that right on there. Might blend a little bit with my finger, but for the most part, that is pretty much all I want. Now I'm going to do mascara. I'm going to do my Rimmel Scandalized Retro Glam, just because my cosmetics one's getting flaky, so I think it's going to be time to throw that one out. And this one hasn't really been flaky. It comes off. It doesn't last very long throughout the day, but at least it's not flaking. So it just seems like it fades away. Plus, I like the wand with this one. Okay, mascara is on, so I'm going to go ahead and take that Wet n Wild blush. Oh, I actually have it out right here. And just a little Sigma angled blush brush. And just swirl it in there and apply. It's not really showing up very much. At least not for me. It is coming across kind of ashy. It might not have been a good day to wear this foundation with this blush. Okay, blush is on and I think it looks a little crazy right now, but we'll deal with that in a minute. I'm going to take Colourpop Fanny highlighter. Apparently I am just all about the glitter and shimmer today because that's everything I'm reaching for, and this is really, in my opinion, quite shimmery. It's beautiful but shimmery. And it's white too, so there's kind of, you know, it's a very, in my opinion, very bold highlight. These blushes already have like a really pretty sheen to them, so I feel like they do kind of highlight a little bit on their own, but I like to kind of, you know, add a little bit more because I feel like highlight is one of those things right now that you just cannot have enough of. And I'm going to go down the center of my nose for sure because I cannot stop with these Colourpop highlighters. Okay. Looks pretty good right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do my Maybelline Fit Me powder on top just to try to kind of blend everything and make it a little less crazy looking right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick. For lips, I was gonna use the Urban Decay Bittersweet lip gloss, but I'm just not feeling it with this look. So I'm just gonna take my Smashbox lipstick in Pretty Social. This is just a pinky nude color. I have a tiny bit of Bittersweet still on, but it's not going to make a huge difference. I just know my poor lips cannot handle wearing a matte lipstick today. They are so dry and chapped and horrible. Which I don't understand because I've been way better about applying lip balm lately. Alright, so that is the finished look. Not too bad. It's definitely more cool toned. Foundation was just kind of too orange, so I do wish I would have kind of picked a different foundation this morning because I just feel like I should have picked something more neutral with this look because I feel like the foundation was super orange and the blush was super cool toned and it just kind of came out a little weird. But right now in the viewfinder it looks okay now that I've kind of put some powder on and just kind of blended everything together a little bit more. I feel like it doesn't look as bad. But that is it for this look. Thank you guys for watching. And like I said, there won't be a video up on Saturday, but I will still have something up on Thursday even though we will already be gone. We're coming back Monday, so I should be able to edit a video and have it up Tuesday then. Should kind of go back to normal then. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!